and the play just gets finished more than anything else. And that's in the situation book, and it's in the real book. So the only way that I was particularly concerned is like some of your foreheads right now. Because the people in the media doing that, to me, like, you cannot believe it. You know, I caught you with the full forehead. That's where it came from. You were. What's that?
Your interpretation is interesting because, I mean, according to what Swayman says in their locker room, he was intended for playing his position.
Let's go with him. We're good. We're in Boston. Stay with the Bruins, brother. I'm with you.
I'm from Brooklyn, man. I ain't from Boston.
But Paul,
so we know.
But could you also speak to just Bennett's impact on the series? I mean, you know, obviously emotions were high. He played a heck of a game, kept it composed tonight, and obviously he's become a.
There's been lots of energy with this, lots of coverage, and I think you've lost your minds on it, which is fine. You have that right. We've been a very disciplined, very composed team. We have. Fortunately, it's in a good way. It's gone unnoticed. We're all right with that.
Coach, two players, Lundy to be able to break it open, especially after the way he's been playing for him to get you guys that first goal.
Yeah.
And then we talked about earlier with Bob just being able, the mental fortitude when, again, only 18 shots and only 2 in the third, doing it again. What
was similar, you know, when we talk about history being important to your team, we were down 2-0 to Toronto in Game 2, and Lundell scored. I believe it was that line, but I'm pretty sure it was Lundy scored. It might have been his first of the playoffs. He's been exceptionally good for us, and that kind of fired the belief, right? Like, it wasn't going for us around the net, but we're playing pretty darn well. The coach hasn't lost his mind on the critical refereeing stuff, so it's just hockey at that point. We're not involved, so I kind of liked our game. But Bennett came back, and what it did is it put the Lustron and Lundell and Rodriguez group back together, and that was really good for us.
Just doing what he did again.
Well, he's had this kind of really unusual playoffs. What's his record now? He's 7-2, and he's got a sub 900. Because that's you know how sometimes plus minus doesn't tell you how a guy's playing. Sometimes the save percentage is just not accurate. So you won't like the second goal. He won't like the second goal. Fine, but everything after the second period is world class. So we had 2 shots in the third period given up, but there was also some really close ones, and I think I think they missed one. I think he had a bigger impact on one. To be good at that time, that's the key.
Can you tell us what can you tell us about what Reinhardt?
He just got split. He got hit with a puck and split straight through.
Oh, okay.
So he was bleeding a bucket on the way off, and. You know, the first time I came out, I'm all over my Dave DiNapoli, who's our athletic therapist. What the hell is going on? Why is this? Because we hit a bunch of power plays. And the second time I barked at him, he just grabs my arm and says, "Listen, I've never seen one this bad. It's going to be a while." So it was kind of more of his tone. I just shut up, kind of like we anger the media in the front. You just kind of.
Do you think he'd be okay for next game, or is it?
Oh yeah, he's fine. Okay. He was split straight through, and they were just it was a puck, yeah. I thought he had lost teeth when he'd come off, but he hadn't.
It seemed like in the second, they were doing a pretty decent job in their own zone for about a period and a half. Then it seemed like in the second, you guys really started to gain more zone time. Is there anything to that?
Yes.
As far as how you flipped the game?
There would be a slightly different style. So in the first period, we got a little bit more up top, and we normally don't. And it's a really good thing for a while, and then it's not a good thing because now you're looking for that. You're into that kind of 4-high role that you see very skilled teams do. I don't think that we're not a skilled team, but our strength is not that game. There are other teams that are way better at it than we have. Like William Nylander, who you saw, he's probably the best in the league at the 4-high game. So then we kind of got it back down. I thought they were better in the second period on some quick strike breaks, on some plays they made under sticks. I thought our sticks weren't as good tonight as they were last game. But then I thought we were pretty good in the third. I felt that. I don't mean to offend you when you tell that, but we don't always share the same opinion about what happens on the ice. And I am absolutely partisan, like 100%. Sometimes I feel that you guys are too, but clearly like from Brooklyn, why would you be, right, over this? But if we are so fortunate to win the next game, we're screwed in the Rangers series, right? Is that a fact? If the Rangers beat, we don't want to see each other. At least then we'd be on the same footing then, right? Anyway, I'm playing with you. I believe that. And I also believe at the start with all of the things, I think you've missed the point on the injury, and I think you missed the hit that caused it. I think you missed all of it. That's how I feel about it. Because you need some more gasoline. All right, you know what? I'm done. See you guys.